Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another day with Money, Finance, Freedom, your ticket to financial freedom. Today, we're going to be talking about cryptocurrencies. We're going to be focusing on Ether today. Ethereum has been in the news quite a bit lately as Bitcoin hits new highs. Ethereum always follows shortly behind, but this article is very interesting. Now, I myself am just getting into the cryptocurrency field, let's say, and I am by no means an expert. Remember, guys, this is not financial advice, but I did find some interesting information that I want to share with you all. Now, we're going to start out with this article here saying that Ethereum could overtake Bitcoin. There are a few firms that have been stating this. Now, obviously, it is all speculative, but I want to talk about why. Now, here we go in to see what Ethereum has been doing lately. Now, if you want a little bit more information on this later, guys, make sure you like and subscribe. If you hit that bell notification, you'll get my videos first on when we talk about new stocks, but more importantly, we'll talk about cryptocurrencies again here soon. So we'll look here at the Ethereum article. Now, it states that Ethereum could surpass Bitcoin to become the most valuable cryptocurrency. In a recent interview with FinTech Today, Watkins said that the shift towards Ethereum 2.0 could bring some changes in the coin's monetary policy, which could lead to Ether taking over as the leading cryptocurrency in the future. Now, it's important to understand that the dollar value or US dollar value of cryptocurrency being closing in on 2,000 while Bitcoin has gone over 60,000. This has nothing to do with value or market cap, or I guess it does have more to do with market cap than value. We're not saying that if Bitcoin were to increase and Ethereum were to increase, Ethereum is going to hit 60,000 very, very soon. That is not what's going on here. We're going to talk about overall market value and utility of the coin. Maybe eventually Ethereum will take over, but we're going to talk about the short-term impacts of Ethereum 2.0. Now, it's important to understand for everyone that's new to Ethereum exactly what it is. Let's give a brief synopsis before we go over any more. We're going to notice that it is a part of the blockchain. You need to understand what decentralized means, what cryptocurrency is, and the platform, so a structure for creating applications. Now, all of this goes into cryptocurrencies, so you need to understand each stage of this before you start investing. Really quick point about Ethereum that makes it different from Bitcoin is the decentralization part. So this right here, Ethereum is decentralized, kind of. So Ethereum blockchain is maintained by a decentralized group of miners similar to Bitcoin. Unlike Bitcoin, however, Ethereum has a known creator in an active development community. Now, this puts people on edge because the great thing about Bitcoin is that it is completely unregulated, we believe, and that it allows you to buy and exchange commodities or goods relatively quickly. There's no clearinghouses, there's no banks involved, and more importantly, there's no federal government that has oversight over all this. Now, with Ethereum, we have the other end, which has pros and cons. The pro is that it is constantly overseen, which means that they can make fixes and bugs and changes, and more importantly, Ethereum 2.0. The downside is that you can never have full trust in a group of people. So while the intentions are always good, we never know what could happen with Ethereum. But overall, it works on a system of cooperation and trust, but it'd be very difficult for any one particular person or any small group of people to really affect Ethereum in a negative way. And that's why it's a community of people. To understand that more, you need to understand, again, blockchain and cryptocurrencies. So back to the article and why it's important. So we're going to notice that the Ethereum 2.0 will help Ethereum overall with security. So that's going to be important. But overall, it's a decrease in computing processing. So one of the negatives of Bitcoin is its overall stake in carbon emissions. And as we move towards a greener world and a lot of green policies, that's going to play a major factor. We know that China is building up their mining, and the US is actually building up mining as well. Because again, it's competing in the digital space for finance. And that's really what rules the world here. So let's talk about that a little bit more. So we're going to look at this quote here. The way Ethereum becomes money is not actually by being adopted by countries as a currency. The way it becomes money is actually by growing by building his own economy. So that's important here. Ethereum is built around the idea of exchanging and building its own community, commodities, and overall economy, whereas Bitcoin is more built on a store of value. So you can find that here as well. The store of value, meaning that as inflation goes up with financial policies and different ideas throughout the world, we see the volatility of some currencies. Now, with cryptocurrency, we see extreme volatility, but we also have decentralization, which means there's no oversight involved, so we're not worried about financial policy. Now, again, we have to look at the overall financial policies of a country that you're in when buying cryptocurrencies. Those could affect you. But the idea here is the safety behind the value, the store of value in these coins. Now, with Ethereum, we need to understand that the data from Blockchain Center shows that Ethereum has already surpassed Bitcoin in terms of node count, transaction count, and total transaction fees. So this is huge. It basically means that Ethereum is being adopted really, really well, and that their community is building faster than Bitcoin. Overall, Bitcoin will be that key term you hear in the news. Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, and Bitcoin, they go hand in hand. But what you'll see is the actual utilization of Ethereum with other networks is going to grow faster than that of Bitcoin. And the reason being is, again, they don't have a creator that's actively making changes and monetizing it and managing it. So they don't have the ability to build in as well. That being said, there's plenty of third-party ways that Bitcoin is being integrated to different payment systems and, such as PayPal, Venmo, so on and so forth. So that's why you see a rise in Bitcoin. But Ethereum is going to make the overall process easier. Bitcoin is there. It's done. It's complete. There's no going back and fixing it. Ethereum is the exact opposite, built on very similar principles, but built in a way where it can be actively managed and can improve upon itself in the future. So that's what you want to think about when investing in this for a 5, 10, 15-year time period, is that Ethereum could hopefully consistently get better. Ethereum 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, right? Those improvements that you want to see as the world grows. Bitcoin was built before its time, and it can't change. Ethereum was built on top of that, but it will continue to develop as the world develops. We don't know what's going to come next with the internet digital age for currencies. Ethereum can adapt to that slowly. For that reason, I believe that it will continue to grow. Let's take a quick look at the price action here. We're going to notice that the overall trend, this is the last 24 hours, so let's look at the last year. The overall trend for Ethereum has been fantastic. We see a 1,200% growth in this overall. If we take a look over here at Bitcoin, we're going to notice a very similar growth pattern at an 800% growth. So while nothing to balk at, we see that Ethereum is growing faster, which just means its global economy and global community of people is growing quicker and being adopted in different ways that Bitcoin is not. Bitcoin takes the volatility into account with a lot of news headlines because it's such an easy name to remember. It is synonymous with cryptocurrencies, but what you want to understand is the adaptability of Ethereum. That's my take on cryptocurrencies for the time, guys. Remember, like and subscribe if you want to hear more about this. Comment below what cryptocurrencies you guys are looking at. If we go back here to our overall prices, we can see a lot of different currencies coming up. Cardano being a huge one. Let me know which ones you guys are invested in. Remember, not financial advice. Do your own research and come back for more. Thanks, guys.